What up y'all, T-Skip here and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I wanted to go over a good majority of add-ons that I've been using for quite some time. And these add-ons can help you with whatever your playstyle is. And they've always been helpful to me, and so hopefully they can be helpful to you if you didn't know about any of these. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, before we get into the add-ons, I quickly just wanted to go over how to get add-ons in case anyone didn't know. So there's two major installers, I would say. Well, there's other ways to get add-ons, but there's two client-based. You can just keep on your desktop, go into it for updates and to find add-ons, and that would be the best way to go about it. The first one I'll talk about is WowUp. You go to wowup.io. This is the one I use. I've been using it for a while and I do enjoy it. You'll see that there's two different ones you can download. I use the one with CurseForge because CurseForge does have some add-ons that WowUp doesn't have. So if you get it with CurseForge, you'll be able to get them. The CurseForge with Wago is going to be for your Weakauras. So me personally, I'll just go to the Wago site and do this one. So I would recommend just doing the CurseForge. And then there's also CurseForge. So if you'd rather have this one, just go to curseforge.com and you'll be able to download the installer from here. So since we've gone over how to get them, let's go ahead and jump into the add-ons. All right, so there's three big add-ons I'm going to start with. And the first one on the list is ELVUI. So ELVUI is how my interface looks like this. And that's basically what it is. It's a interface overhaul. And ELVUI is almost like a bunch of add-ons just jam-packed into one. Now, this is what mine looks like. As you can see, I have my, motion frames right here. Put that on the side. There's my bars. I got this is my consumables right here. Teleports. Over here, I have professions. And that's how you'll use these. This is one of those add-ons that I would recommend looking up a guide on ELV because it's really in depth. So if we go into it, you'll see there's the general tabs with all this, action bars, bags. Like if you want to see your bag, it'll change it to that style, nameplate, skins. There are tons and tons of customizations in here. And up top up here, when you hit movers, that'll open this up so you can move your frames wherever you need them to be. So that is basically ELVUI. There's just a whole ton of it in there. If you don't want to go look up a guide and all that, which I do recommend at least looking up a little bit of it so you can get kind of an idea of it, but I know it'll take a while to set up. Like I know when I first downloaded it, it took me literally all day to get things where I wanted. In the description, I will link my profile. So I will copy it and paste it, and you can come into import and import it in here. So you'll have it set up just like how I do. And then if you do like it, or when you set yours up, if you like how it's set up on that character and you want it to be on all your alts, you can go over to profiles, profile right here, and then copy from, and then you'll choose one of these, or choose the one that you set it up on, and it'll put it on all your alts, or whichever alt you're on. So ELV it's a really awesome one. Once you get used to it, it'll give you all kinds of different setups, and it's one I highly recommend if you're wanting a clean, minimalistic style to it. So that's the first add-on on the list. Let's move on to the next one. So for the next big add-on, it will be TSM, which stands for Tradeskillmaster. Now this is another one that I'm going to recommend if it's something you're interested in. Look up a guide online because this one is very heavy duty, and this one I'm not even really key. You can go extreme into gold making with this one. I think Penguin has a good video, and there's another one I forget. But there's a lot of good videos out there. But right here, Tradeskillmaster, as you can see, mine isn't set up. But how this one actually runs is you're gonna have to go on the website. You're gonna download an application that's gonna sit on your desktop, or on your your desktop. You'll click it to open it, and what it does is it runs through your region and your server and all that, and calculates everything that is going on. So it's a really powerful add-on that goes around. But there's legends that shows you everything, groups, so you can set up. See, I have pet battles, jewel crafting, mounts, different things that you can sell. So when you go to the auction house, all you got to do is hold a button and scroll, and it'll automatically scroll. You'll be able to look on, so you can see right here. Now, I don't have the desktop running, so these could be completely wrong, but you'll see like the value, the market value, the regional value. Like, there's a lot going on. So even if you didn't want to use this for gold making, it is kind of cool to have. So if you get an item and you're not sure if you should sell it, hold it, you'll be able to mouse over it and see, oh, it's sold for that much. Operations, see, this is where you'll get your auctioning, your crafting, your mailing, shopping. There's just a lot going on here. If you're really interested in gold making, or maybe next expansion you're thinking about really, diving in head first, this is a major add-on for a lot of gold makers out there, and I would definitely highly recommend looking into it if that's something you're interested in. All right, so for the last big one, at least I consider it a big one because I'm still getting used to it. It's called All the Things. Now, All the Things is basically an add-on that calculates all the things in the game. So if there's anything you're trying to go after, say holiday events or expansion features, world drops, this add-on will have everything in there for you. So I'm still getting around trying to get it set up, but the main reason I keep it going is if there's something I want to go do, I could find this. But let's say like the seeds from the Emerald Bounty, I can mouse over and boom, it shows me that there's 2 pets I have not collected from the purple seeds, and they also come from the blue seeds. See, things like that are the reason I keep it. Other things, like if I mouse over this, it says that right there, that the Taste Like Chicken achievement. I don't have that one, but having this could help me get there. Things like that is the reason I use it. If we go into, let's go to options, there's all the things. So you can go in here and disable and enable anything that you would like to on there. This is another one of those add-ons that if you really want to get into it as a collector, you might want to find a video or a guide that somebody really goes in depth over this one, because this is one that I'm still wrapping my head around, but so far it's been pretty good. All right, so that's the last of the big ones. Let's go ahead and go into more of the quality of life add-ons. For the next add-on, it will be mini map button. So if you keep seeing me move my mouse up here and mouse over this and clicking it and popping open, it is called mini map button. And it will, instead of having all your buttons all tagged around inside your map, you can download this one and it'll put everything inside of here. Now, if you have ELV, some add-ons could go in here, which I have moved them over to go inside here. But this one right here will be right there, and you can move this anywhere you want. So say you want it down here, you can click it there, move it there, wherever you want to do. But you can also lock it to wherever you want. I just keep it beside the map. But this will clean it up so you don't have so many buttons all over your map to where you can't see anything on the map. So that one is a very good one, and I recommend that one. So let's go on to the next one. Add-on, I'm actually going to combine 2 of these because they both have to do with the map. It'll be Handynotes and Gathermate. So Gathermate is, let's see, because I'm in Weakauras. If we go to Tarragon Sound and I mouse over all these, you'll see the Platinum Deposit, the Moonlit Deposit. Gathermate basically records where you gather something from. So if you're a gatherer or fisher or anything like that, it will save that spot. So when you're out looking for more ore, more herbs, more fishing spots, it'll save it to the map. So when you're back there, you'll know exactly where to go to find whatever material you're after. Now, Handynotes, it is a little different to where they track treasures and all things like that and put it on your map. So if we go here, and you'll see right now we have the lunar event going on. All these are where the elders are. So if I wanted to go collect all the, the coins, let's see, what are they called? The coin of ancestry. these are all the spots they are because I have that handy note. So if we go to Dragon Isles, you'll see how I have these set up where it shows me where this rare is and what I don't have, these treasure boxes. These are handy notes. Handy notes has all that set up and good to go. So if you're ever looking for certain things, let's see, we'll go up here. You'll see some of there's where the ore that the dynamic deposit. And there's also like these rares right here. Those are handy notes. So those are two add-ons that are great if you, for more going out and farming things. And also handy notes, if you look up for them, yeah, see there's different ones for different expansions, different ones. So there's the main handy notes, then there's Battle for Azeroth, Draenor, Dragonflight, Shadowlands. Just download whichever one you want. But that's pretty much all handy notes is. It's a great one to have. So let's jump on to the next one. So the next one up on the list is Farmhud. Now this one is great to pair with the last one I just talked about, Gathermate. So what Farmhud does is once you click it, it actually takes your mini map and puts it right over your screen. And while this one is so good, is say you are out farming ore, herbs, or well, like that, it'll stay right there in your screen. So it's also good for things like that. So there's a rare, it'd be right down there. Let's see if I have any. Yeah, see there's a rare. Boom, right there. There's some ore. So say I wanted the ore. Boom, there it is. So it makes it a lot easier so you don't have to constantly be looking at your minimap. It's right there in front of your screen. So I actually use this sometimes for other things other than gathering, but it is great to have in gathering so you don't have to constantly be looking at your minimap. It's just right there. And then when you want to put it back, you just click that again, Farmhud, and it's there. So that is one I highly recommend for whatever situation you have because it's really cool, especially flying around place to place. All right, so let's go to the next one. For the next one, it is kind of a staple. I probably should have put it more at the beginning, but it's DBM, Deadly Boss Mod. So what's DBM? It basically tells you things that are going on inside your Mythic Plus and your raids. It's pretty much a staple for any raider and Mythic Pluser. So DBM, it's almost like a set it and forget it. Like once you download it, you really don't have to mess with it very much. One cool feature I do like about DBM outside of helping you out in raids and even world bosses and stuff like that is it has the ability to skip cutscenes. So if you're somebody like who likes to farm, I don't know, like Tumasagirs or Antorus, where they constantly have these cutscenes pop up, DBM can automatically skip it as long as you've actually watched it once. So once you've already seen it and you have it on like farm rotation, you're constantly having to see it, DBM can skip it. But other than that, it's super great for your raids, for your dungeons, but you literally just have to download it and let it roll. So I just wanted to quickly mention that one, that I highly do recommend downloading that one and just letting it go. All right, for the next one, it is going to be GTFO, and you can guess what the get the out is. But this one right here is just a complete simple one. This is another set it and forget it. Here's the options. But basically this add-on will make a loud noise if you're standing in something you should not be. So the fire does not give you a buff no matter what your guildies tell you. This add-on will tell you. It'll blare just for you to get out. And this thing is super helpful if like in raid or Mythic Plus when you're all over the place, you're not really paying attention. This thing will boom, it'll throw that noise at you and you know to get out. So this one I really do recommend. You'll download it and you'll pretty much forget about it. You'll pretty much think like it's built into the game. It's a great add-on to have. So that's that one. Let's go on to the next one. All right, for the next add-on, it is called Can I Mog It? So Can I Mog It pretty much shows you if you have that transmog unlocked or not. So if I mouse over this, you can see right there added with patch learned. So it means I have learned this. So I could delete it, sell it, disenchant it, whatever I want to do because I have learned it. This one learned. So it's great for if you're transmog farming or maybe you're in a raid and there's something you're after and you get, and then you can mouse over it. Hey, I've already learned it, so I don't need it. So it's great to have if you're a transmog collector like that. That's the reason I use it. You can also go in here and click whichever one you want to do inside there. I just think it's a great one for transmog collecting. So that's a simple, easy one. So let's move on to the next one. Next on the list is details, and that's what'll be this box right here. So you see, you move up, down, you can lock it, unlock it. So if I unlock it, you can move it wherever you want. You can make duplicates of these, so you can change it to whatever you want. So right now I have it set at damage, but you can change it to heals. You can do your DPS, damage done, whichever one you want. There's a lot going on here, but just leave it on whichever one you want, or you can have, you know, DPS and heals. But basically it is just a meter. So if you can see, there it is. It's showing my DPS. I'm just hitting whatever. But that's how it'll show, and it'll show everybody else there. This is pretty much a staple also, to see how good you're doing in and out of raids. It's really good. I think it's the best one of the DPS trackers in WoW right now. So that one doesn't need too much explaining. Just download that one and roll with it. So let's move on to the next one. Add-on up is called OPie. So if you've seen in my videos where I push a button and this pops up, and then I can push, say like this, and it is my toys that I've set up into OPie. This is a super cool one I've recently gotten into. So if we go to, there is an icon up there, but /OPie, it'll bring up the menu. What you'll do while you go in here, you can look at all these different ones, but you can go to custom and then make your own custom rings. Like me, I did toys, and I put all my special toys on the side. The cool thing about OPie is it doesn't have to just be toys. You can make this thing do raid markers, you can have consumables, you can have mounts, you can have items, you can do whatever you want. Basically, you just bind it to a key, and then you'll have it all right here. It's super helpful when you just don't have room for anything. You just be able to click it, move whatever you want, and then boom, whatever you want in there. OPie is one of those really cool add-ons that I'd recommend trying it out. It's pretty neat. You could be a raid leader throwing markers down, or you could be having all your mounts on there, jumping onto whatever one you want. Next on the list is the Weakauras add-on. Now, this is the one I personally use. Now, there's also Big Wigs, and there might be a couple other ones, but I'm going to talk about Weakauras because that's the one I usually use. So Weakauras, let's head back to that training dummy real quick, is pretty much an add-on that you can go to a website called Wago. So at the beginning when we looked at that, the WoW up, that's what that's talking about, Wago. But you can make your own. So I get into combat. See, I've made like this. That's just letting me know my timer on my Dragon Rage. But if I hit this, you can see right there, I disintegrate. That is a Weakaura. So if we get out of combat, because I've got it to where they go away out of combat, /WA, it'll pop up here and see all of these different add-on or Weakauras to make your rotation easier, so you can see your different procs. Or recently I started playing Boomkin, and I really needed that Eclipse. So the Eclipse really helped me put on here, and it really helped with the rotation. You can go to that Wago site, WAGO, and just go to the search bar and type in different thing or whatever your class is, and you can see what people are running. Once you have it on there, you can go to, let's go to new aura, and you can go to import, just make sure it's credible, and then you'll put it in here and it'll pop up. Weakaura is very, very cool, and it'll help with a lot of your rotations and procs and knowing what to look for. The next add-on on the list is called Manuscripts Journal. Now I switched over to Boomkin because it has an extra layer for druids and for warlocks. So for the druid and the warlock, if we go into our collections tab, you'll see one that says manuscripts. So if we click this right here, you'll see is all of your dragon riding cosmetics, things that you haven't collected. Like this one right here, I don't have, what is this? The horns for the slithering drake. So, and you can see right there at the bottom of that, it says source. So all these will let you know what you're missing and where to get it from. Now the reason I got on my Boomkin is because druids and warlocks will have an additional tab right here called glyphs. So if you click this, you can see all these glyphs that I do not have on my druid that I can still go after. And then right here, I will just quickly mention, if you're part of the Night Fae and the Shadowlands, you'll also have this tab, Soul Shapes. So that one will be on there too, if you're after that. But warlocks will have this too, and it'll show you each one of your demons on here, the demon skins that you haven't unlocked. And the reason this one, I do like this one too, is they kept updating it, which I'm guessing they'll keep doing it in the future. So if Blizzard keeps adding on to different classes, say like Death Knight gets customizations for their ghouls, and maybe shamans eventually get customizations for theirs, I'm pretty positive that they'll add these onto them too. So this is a really cool add-on. I really like this one if you're into collecting these things. And for the final add-on on the list is going to be a hunter add-on. Now this one I just really like because I've mained hunter for so long. And this one is called Improved Stable Frame. So if we go to the stable and click it, boom, you're gonna have a full list for your stables. Unlike where you gotta keep clicking through and cycling, this one will have everything set up to you to where you can organize it a whole lot easier, which I really love this one for all your pets and setting them up in whatever fields you want. So that'll knock out 15 of the add-ons that I use. So let's jump into a quick outro. All right, so that wraps up 15 of my most used add-ons. Now I know there are tons and tons of add-ons out there. These are just the ones I've used for quite some time. Maybe not all the things. I'm still getting used to that one, but the rest of them I've used for a good while. If there are any add-ons that I missed that you think are really essential or really good, leave them in the comments and I'll definitely check them out. I hope that you might have found a new one or two. If you didn't, I still appreciate you stopping by and watching. If you did enjoy the video, consider leaving me a like or subscribe because it really does help out the channel. And anyways, I guess I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.